qua giù perché poi va là dentro.
We wanted to get started early today because we wanted the people to have the best seats in St. Peter's for the general audience for the Pope. Here we go. We're on our way to the Vatican, St. Peter's Square, for the general audience with Papa Francesca, Pope Francis. We're going to have the best seats in the house.
Ci sono nella mia vita. Padre, i miei non si possono sciogliere. Quello è uno sbaglio. Tutti i nodi del cuore, tutti i nodi della coscienza.
Everyone had a couple hours to scatter for lunch, and there's no shortage of wonderful cafes with excellent Italian food in Rome. I don't think you can find a bad restaurant. We had a 3-hour ride up into the mountains to go to Montepillo to see the face cloth of Christ, and we stopped about halfway for a rest to get ice cream, use bathrooms, and just chat with each other. And I met a priest, and I talked to him, and I sent pictures of them. I said, they gave me a picture of them and another. On the buses for the scenic part of the trip up into the mountains to see the face cloth. It's gorgeous countryside. You can just stand there with your mouth open looking up. To the people on rafts nearby, hey, what's that thing on the horizon? And the answer always came back the same. We don't want to talk about it. Why not? Because it's the ship. What do you mean ship? If there's a ship, why am I on a raft? And I start to ask questions. And I start to think, if the founder of this country had 2 brain cells that connected, he would build a ship and put everybody on one ship to send them over with food and water and a captain and all the provisions, and it could stand up against the storms. He wouldn't have built 40,000 rafts and pushed us all off and said, try to be as ecumenically sensitive as you can and stay as good to try to like one another. That would not have been the right way to do it. So I start thinking about it, and Janet and I and the people and our family, we paddle our raft over there. We start going around and around that ship for the whole year, 1993. We go around and around the ship trying to figure that thing out, looking at it from every angle. And finally, on May 22nd, 1994, I found a rope. And I grabbed that rope hanging off the ship, and I pulled myself and my family up onto the deck of that ship. And now we're in the Catholic Church.
Wow.
And the first thing I did was go to the captain and say, Captain, let's load the cannons, because I know those people out there. They are all rebels. They are all Protestants. Protestants. Let's blast them out of the water. Bam, bam, bam. That's not what I say to the captain. I say, Captain, out there on those rafts are my mom and dad, my brothers and sisters. Vatican II reminds us that those who profess the name of Christ and are baptized in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, and especially those willing to shed their blood for Him, those people, some of them on the rafts, love the founder of the country as much or more than we do. And most of them can sing better than we do. So I say to the captain, give me the loudest microphone that you have. Because I'm going to spend the rest of my life standing on the deck of this ship calling out to the people on the rafts and inviting them to come back home where they're supposed to be on this ship. And when I have a few minutes left over, I'm going to turn around to the people on the ship and I'm going to say in unbelief, why are you frowning? Why aren't you smiling? Why are you grumbling? Do you realize where you are? And that's our conversion story, and we're sticking with it.
And I called our priest and I told him this experience that I had just had in prayer. You know, what should I do? How should I pray? Is it Jesse? What should I say anything to him? Well, Jesse was around the corner eavesdropping, so he put on the computer screen for me to read when I walked into the office. Read my lips, Mom. No. So I kind of thought it probably wasn't him, but to his credit, he did spend a lot of time with Father Ed so that he could discern. He was open to doing what God wanted. So anyway, I thought, well, you know, this is what the Lord asked, I'll get pregnant. But I didn't get pregnant, and I didn't get pregnant, and I'm wondering what's going on.
If I change a light, you have a different moment from the first moment of the resurrection. You see the different pupils. You have a great pupil and a small pupil. The pupil is great in the moment of the darkness and small in the light. But Jesus is into the tomb, there isn't light.